maybe 15,000 out of it really wanted to do film studies, but with the limitations, now they could not get this opportunity. It's like very few movies still can show the Sri Lanka is a kind of a movie making industry which has its own identity. We cannot look for sponsors for this because nobody is interested in cinema because they have a lot of other top things in their list.
I'm with Senesh Dissanayake, a filmmaker from Sri Lanka. I think he doesn't need any introduction for the film goers in Sri Lanka. So we are so happy to be with you, Senesh, and good to have you in our program. Senesh, I know that we have kind of with collaboration with the Boston Lanka, the Film Association, the Directors Guild, the Sri Lanka Directors Guild, has started this project, Back to Cinema. Could you please explain why we need such a project? I mean, why, in other words, is this something that the government should do? Is it somebody else? Why directors think that this is something that they should engage in such a project?
Yeah, thanks, Chitra, and hello to you. Hello, everyone. Sri Lankan cinema at the moment is going to be celebrate its 75th anniversary on the coming 21st of January. But I'm sorry to say the Sri Lankan cinema is at the moment declining. It is visibly seen because like in 70s where the Sri Lankan cinema had the golden age, we had 360 odd number of cinemas for local made movies. But now it has been reduced up to the 60 movies, 60 theaters to screen a movie. So it's not all about the quality of the movies. It's all about how much the audience is really believing on the theaters, on the level of quality. So what we think is like with the current situation of COVID-19, now with the great invasion of this internet-based platforms like OTT, VOD, social media, video platforms kind of thing. Now, that particular audience is now reducing further. Like they think that, I mean, no need of going back to the cinemas, but now you can enjoy the same experience of cinema by either on the screen of your phone or the laptop or any other alternative. So this is not what the world is on a track, because all the other countries, every day cinema is going up and higher on as an art as well as an industry. But here, I don't know why the Sri Lanka is facing this problem. People might say COVID-19 or say any civil riots or the war or whatever, cricket, sometimes the TV, all. But I think, of course, yes, there are a lot of films are made which are not up to the mark, but at least like very few movies still can show the Sri Lanka is a kind of a movie making industry which has its own identity. Now, if you take any national cinema, so you can say that it has two colors, like the two sides of the same coin. First one is being a local cinema. So Sri Lankan local cinema it's about like not the foreign cinema, how the local films are made for the locals. Another thing is the national cinema. That is like everybody knows that like where you can pin your flag on the map. The Sri Lankan cinema all over the map. So likewise, if you lose this art or this entertainment by the celebrating of 75 years, I think that we all one day will feel sorry for each other with all of us, saying that, okay, we could not do anything for, preserving or the saving of Sri Lankan cinema. So for this, we thought that the Film Directors Guild of Sri Lanka, we are the National Association of Sri Lankan Filmmakers, and we have associate memberships for the Cinematographers Guild, Makeup Artists Guild, Art Directors Guild, Assistant Directors and Production Managers Guild, as well as the Makeup Artists Guild, right? So we are one whole big team. So we all thought that why not we do something for saving this cinema at least for another decade. So to saving this cinema for another decade, we thought that we definitely have to think about regenerating the next audience, the next generation. Number one is the audience. Number two is the filmmakers. So I'm a senior lecturer at University of Sri Chadanapura, and I'm teaching film for specialization students. As well as I visit two other universities, and I also there I have like 30 each in such universities. So annually I teach for like 90 students who are doing specialization on film. So I think that this, okay, out of this 90, let's say the half of it one day will become filmmakers. And because of the bottleneck of the education opportunities in the country, so perhaps like 150,000 students sit for the ALS examination. So maybe 15,000 out of it really wanted to do film studies, but with the limitations, now they could not get this opportunity. But these 90 students, I would say, 45 students out of this, but 10 students who are really can make a top-notch movies in the future will be the next decade of Sri Lankan cinema. What about the other 150,000 or 15,000? What I said that it is left behind. They will be our audience in Sri Lanka. If 100,000, 600,000 audience patronage can be fill up a theater, a movie can meet up its benchmark, the investment. But if we can like increase it, you will definitely get, I mean, more healthier industry, sustainable industry for the country. So, I mean, I don't think any of the governments which had been now or future would not think about Sri Lankan cinema as a industry. But you know that we are a UN member country, so UNESCO says that in their accords. In the film and television is one of the creative industries internationally recognized, right? So I think because of this, we thought that why not this Film Directors Guild not give a thought about bringing back this audience back to the cinemas. So back to the cinemas is a concept by our association current chief organizer Sunet Malinga Lokuheva, my good friend. So this concept is now at the moment we are pitching everywhere to see that can't we do not feature films but documentaries to address this the next generation, that is the school students, and thinking that I mean they will be our next patronage. We should enrich their, I mean, the viewing culture, their appreciating culture, their associating culture of Sri Lankan cinema. And there would be another documentary we are making that is to enhance the existing audience, that is for the adults. And this is our plan to, I mean, at least to try to make two documentary films about Sri Lankan cinema to make the Sri Lankan audience to keep on a track of sustainable industry. So this is the project, Chitra.
So, I mean, I know that there's a lot of Sri Lankans who are living all over the world who are very passionate about Sri Lankan cinema, want to help, want to do whatever they could. So how could they contribute to this project that you're talking?
Yes. At the moment, Sri Lanka is in a kind of a financial crisis, you know, right? But we cannot stop our thinking or our way of getting the film industry back to the stage. I mean, we cannot stop our the thinking. So we thought that why not we, you know, I mean, contribute our creativity, our knowledge, our talents, our contacts to do the creative part of it and the production part of it. But we are lacking finance because, like at the moment, we cannot look for sponsors for this because nobody is interested in cinema because they have a lot of other top things in their list. So this is why we thought of like why not we look for funding from the non-residential Sri Lankans living worldwide, but who still love Sri Lanka and the Sri Lankan cinema. Yes.
Okay, Senesh, thank you so much, and I'm sure this will we could obviously continue to talk about this project. At least there's a limited time, at least for this particular project, that people could fund, and we'll give more information about that. And hopefully, we'll reach our target, and hopefully, as you said, this Sri Lankan cinema 75th anniversary is coming soon, and hopefully by that time, maybe we might have some good news. At least we have reached this target, and hopefully you could begin these documentaries that we are talking about, right? Yeah.
Thanks, Shetral. And this is not we are looking for funding. We are really looking for hand-in-hand partners, because we are doing one part of contribution, and we are looking for the other part of contribution from you. And this concept, this particular project is really transparent. You can go like every inch of the proposal and all. And please, let's try to be in hand to like make our film industry much more hanging on living. Yes.
Good. Okay. Thank you so much. And so I will again wish you all the best, and all your whatever the creative endeavors they are involved, and we'll stay in touch. Okay. Thank you so much, Senesh.
Thank you. Thanks, Shitra. Thank you very much.
Yep.